Well, that's just stupid because that whole video has a music track to it. So, there you go. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to stop that then. Carolina Stream. I have a sneeze coming on. That's just stupid because that whole video has a music track to it. So there you go. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna stop that. Alright, there we go. Welcome back to another exciting adventure of... how can I even do my intro without saying hello, 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 what ho? But I was distracted, so it is what it is. Okay, so, you know, I've just got time to kill. So I'm going to look through some footage. And you're welcome to come along. And I will try to... pay attention to the chat and all that good stuff. So let me get rid of this stuff. So it'd be interesting. Let's go back. Let's go back in time to the Wayback Machine. Let's go back in time and see what kind of shenanigans we can find. Alexander says, by the way, was baffled when I saw your footage of the boat going through the zigzaggy border between the water in front and the mirroring part of the horizon. That's a little bit too ambiguous for me. I'm not really sure. Not really sure what to make of that. Yeah, so yeah. But I will try. I will try to understand. I am looking for footage of this is old footage. November 4th last year, and my viewfinder is down above the water. That's above. This is above the water because I have more of the house that's visible. What I'm looking for is the disappearance of the red roof. Alright, that was that. This is down on the water level. That was just for kicks. I think I was trying to hold this still with my hands and come up. But that doesn't work out too steady. Yeah, this is good. Watch this. Did you see that right there? Oh, this is a really short one. Like, Like, look right here, right here. Watch this. Gone. Where'd the bird go? Where'd it go? Where's the bird? So you've got the water line here. You've got a line of birds here. You've got the ground underneath the deck of the Airbnb red roof house. And then you've got this mirror here. This whole entire mirror here is swallowing up the land behind it, right? And that's the exact same thing that happens at a distance. This is only 5 miles. So when it happens when it happens with a freighter ship or something larger, it's because the distance has increased. So, okay, so let's go back. Sun ingress. Some of this stuff is pretty amazing. Beautiful. Look at that. You got Venus right here. You see Venus right here? You guys aren't chatting it up, so what's going on? Can you hear me? Am I talking to myself? Is anybody out there? You've got a crane right here, or egret. See, so that's interesting, right? So look how close this egret is, and then think about the other one that we had in the morning shot earlier. That's kind of cool. Watch those birds go across. So right here, this is the antenna that is right in the frame of when I shoot the red roof house. The red roof house is right here. So this is just pre-dawn. Got a nice little reflection band here. Nice little aqua band. You can see the aqua band growing. See it growing this way? I skip ahead 30 seconds each time. Except it stops right there. But before it was back. Watch, see it? Look at, watch, see it grow? See it right there? And then it grows. Grows, stops right there. I'm trying to think of when I shot the birds. I think that might have been around the same time. Alright, so nothing else there. This was the birds in the morning was December 1st. Let's check this out. Let's see what this is. Okay, so I'm on the other side of the bay right now, shooting back over toward the lighthouse.
Yeah, the refraction here is a little bit less clear, so I wouldn't imagine I'd be able to see anything from the area.
Okay, so this sounds like I'm talking to
It
Brian.
really stinks that the
Brian. I'm shooting the water. That's over to the left. That's to the left. Alright.
have to turn to.
Nothing great. I'm just gonna delete that. Deletion. So we have this. That was the. Who was I talking to? If this is the. This is 2 days after Thanksgiving. The other one was the 1st. He didn't come back. I don't know who I was talking to. Alright, let's look at this California trip. Got different shenanigans going on here. No idea. I think this might be Moon. No, this is that's Mars. Look at all those moon shots, man. Look at these moon crescents right here. So many. Alright, this is back in Havre de Grace. This is night footage. I don't want to look at night footage. This is night. That is night. Curious though, that's a full 27 minutes. Puppy. Look at this. Look at this right here. Mr. Puppy. Ms. Kitty. I mean, come on. Really? Who put... It's a freaking puppy. Come on. Are you serious? Give me a break. Look at this. Eyes, nose, mouth, ears, body. It's a freaking puppy. All these dots right here. Boom, 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 boom. That is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Alright, so nothing in that one really. Chesapeake footage. here's the mouth right here. This is the mouth of the Chesapeake right here. This is about 5 miles away. This is 9 miles away. This is 12 miles away. So you've got 3 different reference points there. This is before I start shooting over here. So this is like a vista point. Nobody fishes off this at all. I've never seen. Everybody fishes over here, and I'm right on the other side of these trees usually now. So, but before I got familiar with the area, I came out here and set up right here. But this is about 10 feet off the water. All right, so we can clearly see here again my reference to an aqua band. If we were farther back, you can see a little bit of a discoloration here. Then it goes up here. You got another aqua band right here, and then you've got the ether band that kicks in right here. Here is the boat horizon, and then you need to realize that the water is continuing past and will meet the land. So you've got a horizon here, you got a horizon here, and you got a horizon here. So I didn't catch this until it was closer. You can go back here a little bit right here, watch to the left. Right here. So you've got this line in the back, which is possibly the shoreline. You got boats right here in front of the shoreline that you can clearly see are mirrored. And they look like they're floating in air because you've got this reflected underneath it here. This is all apparent. We don't know what the distance is on this without a reference.
So, right now with my naked eye, I can barely see this boat as a speck out on the horizon. At least I think I can, because I see something that's similar to it way, way, way out. But I can see that ship that's going to come across, for sure. So I'm guessing that as soon as I am, yeah, so I can see this boat. But it is a grain of sand. It's very small. So I would say that this boat is like a mile away. So, alright. My camera doesn't turn very easy sometimes. 40, I'm sure. So what I'll do is jump. So I don't know what that is. So I don't know what that is. Indescript.
Okay, so here again, this is the mouth of the Chesapeake here. You got, this is 5 miles away. This is 12 miles away. If I pan over here to the left, that cape that's extending out is about 9 miles away. This is what I'm saying before in other videos, that these flickers of waves is this, right? Here we don't have this because of the angle, so we can see all of the waves here. But at this point, like here in the ether band, we can't see the water dancing this way. This is right on the cusp. All of it. See how the ether band creeps in right here and just completely distorts the waterscape, right? All of these dark smudges that are becoming apparent are breaking the surface, so to speak, of the angle of resolution for our eyes. So if we don't watch, so like, you know, all this stuff right here is right here. These are waves that are like right here. So if we were to get lower down, say for instance, you see this line right here, that line across that's got that little lighter color here. Let's pretend that that was up here. Everything that you're seeing right here would find a way to, if it's high enough, if the water ripples are high enough, it will breach the angle of resolution and allow itself to be visible. Very low audio. Check, 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 check. Very low audio. My register is pretty high. I'll kick it up a little bit higher. Check, check, check on the audio. Is that any better, Tom? That's what I call the zigzaggy border. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I gotcha. I didn't see where I was here. I think I know. Yeah. Okay, so in this shot right here, we've got houses that are visible right now, but at other times aren't. And even more so at other times when it's evening, when it's like 6 o'clock at night, this whole shoreline is lit up because of the sun. This is early morning. So the sun's coming in right here from the east and it's lighting this side. You can see there's a shade here. Tom, how's the audio? I tried to up my volume. This is right. He's already past the horizon. The horizon's back here, so he's beyond that scope. Where are you from, Tom? Zigzaggy border. So we've got the dancing border here. It just the ripples, dances. So that was that. Nothing really there. I would have to make notes for myself not to go back to those previous viewings. So here's where the interesting thing in terms of contrasting. I need to make a file. I need to make a file with these lighthouses. I should go to bed. Lighthouse. My lighthouse. Alright, so I guess we'll watch this and see what happens with this.
Alright, so
here's another contrast, right? So the reason why we can see this is because the water level at this point is higher than the mirror, right? So you can see all of these points right here that are reflections of this. This is higher than the surface of the water here, and then it's reflecting a different angle, which would probably be the sky, which is why it looks a little bit blue. But this is the opposite. This is the same phenomenon that we were seeing with the other images, but with a different focus, right? I hate it when this happens. All right, hold on. All right, I'm gonna stop that. And go back here. Go here. Go here. Go here. Open this up with. So, I thought I had both of them open. Okay, looks like I had to go back and do this. Where did I get the next one? Or was it in the previous one? It was in this one. All right, so we can't really see it very clearly right now, but the water line, this dancing water here, where it's breaking the surface and becoming visible, is the same thing that's happening when we zoom in on the surface here. At any point when you zoom into the horizon here on the water, you can see this. You can see these textures here. This is zoomed in a little bit too far. There we go. All right, so you've got this breaking the surface. This is, all of these are higher than the water level here. So the reason why you have these reflections here is because the water level at these points is a ripple in it, so it's elevated beyond the lower water that's reflecting. Key West, Florida. That's too bad. That's a tough life right there. What do you do, Tom? All right, I think this is 16 minutes. All
right,
see what
so
happens with this.
here we are.
I'm tired. I'm gonna
Near
start to crash.
Elk Neck State Park in Maryland, and I am across the Chesapeake Bay. We're going to be looking at some footage of the of Havre de Grace, the historic town of Havre de Grace, and I'm just going to try to locate the lighthouse where I've taken the other footage from, and just see what we can see. As you can see right now, looking across at that home, we've got the lawn. We can see the lawn. We can see down to the ground. I would estimate, because when we look at Havre de Grace, it's going to be 6 miles away. So that house could be possibly 4 miles away. You know, a little bit of about 2/3 of the distance. I'm just guessing. I might try to find out where that is later on with maps. But right now, I am right at the shoreline, and my camera is at probably about 5 feet. So I am in northeast Maryland, 39 degrees north, 75 degrees west, and about 5 foot above the water. So, all right, so I'm just going to pan to the left and see what we can see. It's not a very warm day. Let me see what, back out a little bit. I'm going to look up the temperature. I think it's probably around 60 degrees.
If you can pay attention closely to the
where is my
radio show that I'm listening to, it's the Flat Earth Debate, and Nathan Oakley is talking right now.
Yeah, it's about 50 degrees right here on the water. So, but you can even see the atmospheric issues. You see the waves in the air, and just notice the reflection there. So you can see right here the inferior mirage that's happening there. I think that's the set of condominiums.
Alright, so right here we have clear distortion. I mean, look at this lack of clarity right here. I mean, this looks like a Monet painting again, right? Here is the fold line right here. Right here. So all this is apparent. All this is fake. It's not real. It's the reflection off the air. So here we have clear compression in the reflection on the water, right? I mean, there's no way of knowing how long this distance is because it's not probable. Well, I guess it could be 2.5 miles at least because I'm on the other side and shooting bags. But you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 or 5 rows that you're okay saying, yeah, I'll come, but you know, whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's almost the same. Telex or Telx.
All right. I believe that is the lighthouse.
All right. So this appears to be the first image that I've caught of the lighthouse. So you've got your own. Look at this beautiful chiasm right here of the lesser than sign, right? I'd like to know where this flagpole is because this side is not on this side, and this side right here is not taking into consideration this probably a flagpole.
There's nothing else that I can see as we move this way. There's a harbor right here. Well, that's interesting. What is it? Okay. I think that might be one of the museums.
Got a sailboat.
I'm there in Havre de Grace, so then I'm going to definitely say that that is.
Oh, so the greater than sign. So you're moving out and away from here. It's greater than, or less than. This is less than over here. This is greater. But what we need to realize is that this lighthouse is not. This is not the scale. This is not physical lighthouse here. Not only that, but this is not the scale, and no one knows what distance that is. No one seems to care, right? Because we don't really live in a world where this measurement matters to us. It's insignificant. It doesn't make any difference. It might help you appreciate the certain field of science that they're talking about, but ultimately, if you're going to have to drill holes, you're going to have to do it yourself or hire somebody. So
Is the
all right, so again we have this is a different vantage point than this, right? Alright, I am dozing off while I'm even doing this, so okay, I cannot concentrate, so it's 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. Let me just finish with this. So here we have these small little breaches of the angle of resolution. That is, this reflective band here would reflect just like right here, except you've got an angle of resolution. So I'm high enough up because this is proximate to me, so it's presenting itself to me in a way that is correspondent to perspective, right? So what we need to understand, again, this is a greater than or less than sign, right? So cut that in half. You know, I would totally cut that in half. I would totally cut this in half without even blinking an eye, because that's the lineup of what I can see. But the other point is that we don't know the distance from this point to the, let's see, landscape. So, all right, I am going to bed. I cannot keep my eyes open, and I think I just said something that made absolutely no sense. All right, well, thanks for hanging out with me while I winded down from work, and This is The Plain Truth. I'm your host, Travis Finley. On. Till next time.